Imagine standing atop a mountain of gold, yet feeling utterly alone. For many wealthy individuals, this is a haunting reality. The irony is that the very money that elevates them often creates a chasm between them and others. Trust issues stem from a fear of being used or betrayed. When wealth becomes a defining characteristic, relationships may morph into transactions, leading to a profound sense of isolation. As we dissect the story of Howard Hughes, who famously cloistered himself away from the world, we see how his immense fortune shielded him from genuine human connection. Hughes' paranoia and distrust grew with his wealth, ultimately leading to a life lived in shadows. This phenomenon is not isolated, it reflects a broader trend among the affluent, where wealth alienates rather than connects. At the heart of trust issues for the wealthy lies a paralyzing fear of betrayal. This fear can be traced back to childhood experiences where love and acceptance were earned through performance. For many rich individuals, relationships become a minefield of suspicion. Consider the case of a prominent CEO who, after a bitter divorce, became convinced that everyone around him was only interested in his wealth. This paranoia can manifest in destructive ways. As he begins to push people away, fearing they will leave him for someone richer or use him for his resources. The psychological pattern reveals a tragic truth. The more affluent we become, the more we may question the intentions of those closest to us. This is a cycle that perpetuates loneliness and heartache, forcing the wealthy to wear a mask of skepticism.
In a world where money talks, it's not surprising that relationships can feel transactional. When wealth becomes a currency of connection, trust erodes. This is evident in the story of a high-profile philanthropist who, despite giving millions, found that many of her relationships were rooted in financial dependency. The constant fear that people seek her out only for her money leads to a spiral of distrust. Psychological studies indicate that affluent individuals often struggle to differentiate between genuine friendships and those that are financially motivated. This blurring can create a toxic environment where trust is always in question, and authentic connections are sacrificed on the altar of wealth. The irony is profound. The very resources meant to foster generosity often breed mistrust.
With wealth comes immense pressure and expectations, which can suffocate authentic connections. The psychological burden of maintaining an image can lead to feelings of inadequacy and fear. Take the story of a young billionaire who, constantly bombarded by the expectations of his peers, found himself unable to trust anyone. Every interaction felt like a performance, stripping the joy from relationships. This scenario is not unique. It illustrates a widespread phenomenon where affluent individuals feel trapped in a gilded cage of societal expectations. As a result, trust dwindles, replaced by a facade of perfection that doesn't allow for vulnerability. The struggle for authenticity amidst the weight of wealth becomes a lonely battle, often fought in silence.
So can trust issues among the wealthy be resolved? The answer lies in embracing vulnerability. Wealthy individuals must learn to dismantle the walls they've built. Many successful people find solace in therapy or support groups where they can openly discuss their fears and experiences. The story of a tech mogul who began attending group therapy illustrates this journey. He realized that sharing his struggles not only lightened his emotional load, but also fostered deeper connections with others who shared similar experiences. Healing begins with recognizing that vulnerability is not a weakness, but a pathway to authentic relationships. When the affluent choose to let down their guard, they create opportunities for genuine connection, breaking the cycle of distrust and isolation.